Good morning. Okay, boys and girls, this is reporter Doug in to Facts, reporting for the Bible Alive News Network. We've traveled back in time to meet the 10 lepers that Jesus healed, so we're coming to you today from Gaba, just south of Galilee, close to Samaria. We hope to meet some of these 10 lepers and find out about their stories. Now, for you viewers who don't know what leprosy is all about, that we here at Bible Alive News Network have been able to dig into it and find out that true leprosy today is different than leprosy as it was viewed back in Bible times. So today, if you have leprosy, it can be very dangerous and take strong medicines to cure that. But back in Bible times, as it was called, leprosy represented any skin ailment. So it could be a simple bad skin rash up to things like today. But thankfully, modern medicines have allowed us to treat those things effectively. So in ancient times, those diseases scared people so badly that they had to be shunned and they had to leave their families and go away from the community. But anyway, so today we're going to talk with some lepers. Oh, here's our first leper. Excuse me. Are you a leper?
Well, yes, I am.
Great. Perhaps you can tell us a little bit of your story.
Yes, my name is Simon the Leper. And they call me that because my name is Simon and I have leprosy. I hope you don't have leprosy because it is a terrible disease. In my country, Israel, people who suffer from leprosy not only suffer the disease, but they suffer the hatred.
Really? How is it? Tell me some more.
Well, several years ago, I had an important job. I was a scribe, which means I could read and write for people who were not trained. So people called me, and I would read and write their stories. I have excellent penmanship, too. I used to write those stories, but not anymore. I also used to teach the law of the Bible. That your teachers are teaching you about the Bible.
Now, this was before you got leprosy. Tell me, how did that come about?
Well, one day I had a spot on my arm, and it was a bit itchy. It began to spread on my arm, my body, on my legs. Sounds gross. Being an expert in the law, I knew what God wrote about this disease, and it meant that I had to leave my family.
That sounds tragic.
Skin disease scares people. My family was concerned, as were my neighbors, that they would catch this disease. So, I lived without my wife and without my children. But I heard a man named Jesus, and I hope to meet him.
Thank you.
I have to go.
Thank you for your story,
Thank
Simon.
you.
And we have another leper that we can speak with as well. So, excuse me, what's your name?
My name is Zebulon. I walked 20 miles to see a man named Jesus. When I heard that he was a powerful healer, I wanted to see him because I needed to be healed. Last year, I became sick with a disease called leprosy. It's a skin disease, in case you didn't know.
No, actually, we're getting to know a little bit more about leprosy. How has this disease affected you?
Well, like the other lepers, I can't live or hang out with other normal people. I have to live outside the city with the other lepers. Today, I'm with the other lepers, like myself, walking to see Jesus, the healer.
You say you traveled a ways to get here?
Oh yes, as I said, I've traveled a ways to see him. My home is in a foreign country called Samaria. Jesus lives in a region called Galilee, which is part of the country of Israel. When I heard that he was coming to my region, I began to travel to see him. I think he may be a prophet.
Many consider him a prophet, or the Messiah, but so what if he is a prophet?
Well, when I heard about Jesus, I remembered a story, an old story of a man named Naaman. He too was from a foreign country, but he was a good man, a humble man who had leprosy. He was a famous general in the army of his country who was going to lose his position because he found leprosy on his body. A servant girl of his told him about a prophet in Israel named Elijah who healed people. Naaman traveled to the prophet to be healed, and Elijah did heal him. So, just like Naaman, I'm going to go ask Jesus to heal me.
Thank you, Zebulun. We wish you well.
Thank you.
Good luck. I think there's another leper that we'll be able to speak with soon. Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
I want to ask you a couple of questions. First, what's your name, and how did you come to be here?
Well, my name is Uzziah. I'm traveling today with several lepers. Those are people who have a skin disease called leprosy. We always live together. You see, they're like a family to me. We watch out for each other, looking for food and handouts and clothes and so forth. Fortunately, the robbers and thugs, well, they don't bother us too much. We don't really have much, you see. I think it's funny that even those tough guys are afraid of the lepers. I think that's one of the bonuses of having leprosy.
Yeah, I'm sure one of the very few, though. You sound really close to these guys. Tell me about your flesh and blood. I mean, no offense or anything, but your real family.
Huh. My family, you say? My family. Well, I don't actually know where they are right now. I suppose they're still in Modin, a small city in Judea, but I haven't seen them in a long time. You see, my father, Thaddeus, he was a sandal maker, and my mother, well, she had 3 other children. Obviously, we were poor, and, well, they still are. I contracted this scourge when I was only 14, and now I'm 21. My mother sent me away because she didn't want me to infect my brothers and sisters. My father had to be protected from me too because, well, his income, that was the only money that we had. So I haven't seen them in quite a long time.
Ah, I see. So this is your new family now.
This is my new family, and you know what? For years when I was young, the older lepers, they watched over me, and now, well, I watch over the little ones. It's my job now. I train them to beg for money and clothes and bread or whatever we can get. I help them find little jobs that no one else wants, the really dirty jobs. So we get by. It's a hard life, but we do the best we can.
And good luck to you there. So are you coming to Jesus as well for healing?
As a matter of fact, 2 days ago, I heard about someone who may heal us. Simon says he can. We're on our way to see him now.
That's great. Well, good luck, Uzziah. I really wish you the best and hope that Jesus can help you.
Thank you. Me too.
Okay, I'm sure that the other young lepers, I've got to appreciate all the help that you're giving to them.
I hope they do.
Good luck.
Have a good day, sir.
Now we have time for one more interview, and we found one final leper that we're going to speak with today. What's your name, sir?
I have leprosy just like Simon. My name is Jeroboam.
Great. Tell us your story, Jeroboam.
Well, it's very similar to Simon's. Since I came down with leprosy 6 months ago, I've been excluded from my family and my neighbors and work. Fortunately, we had money, so I was able to buy some land outside the city, and I'm growing wheat this year. I'm very thankful to God for this. Many lepers are always hungry and struggle to find or earn money. The farming keeps me busy, but I miss my wife and children.
Wow, you never see them? That's got to be tough.
We see each other occasionally, but at a distance only. I can't be in a house with them or touch them, hug them. We're afraid that they might get the disease too.
What if they came down with it too?
If I touched them, they too would have to go to a priest and do a special washing ceremony, and then be observed by the priest for some time. If they were clean of the disease after this time, then they could go to the temple and make sacrifices to God. Obviously, I can't go to the temple like this. The law of God forbids it. If they came down with the disease too, then they couldn't go to school or to the synagogue or visit the temple.
Wow, that just sounds tough. Well, thanks for your time, Jeroboam. I imagine holiday seasons really have to be hard.
At the holidays, I really miss them. Hanukkah is coming up soon, and I miss them already.
Wow, that's tough. Well, hopefully, boys and girls, you've gotten a chance to see a little bit more about what leprosy is like for people who live in the olden days. But we know that Jesus is coming, and Jesus is going to be able to heal all of them, right?